Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, some people want to fight the Russians. Some people don't want to fight the Russians. Some Ukrainians want to fight for Zelensky. Some Ukrainians don't want to fight for Zelensky. Some Ukrainians think that this is an existential fight against the Russians. Some people don't buy that garbage. They understand who's behind all this. But Zelensky nevertheless plays this little Zelensky-Stein trick on them and tells them that the Ukrainians abroad must return to fight or pay taxes. Zelensky says, so you either pay or you come and die or defend your country. I look at it differently. You come and fight here because we say so. You push our narrative and their narrative over there. And if you don't, we're going to find you. How? You're going to pay taxes. I think paying taxes is just a cover-up for give us the information where you are. Probably going to request a phone number, a location, and then they will come and get them. If the countries in those, if the countries that have these refugees, however you want to call them, would give them to Ukraine. Say, okay, you know what? We're going to pick them up, round them up, and give them to you. Some countries already said they will not do that. But let's see what this little blackmail is all about. Ukrainians abroad must return to fight or pay taxes, give us money, or fight, support the war. Now, you could look at it as being a decent offer. If you don't want to come and fight for us, at least give us money so we can find the people who want or support and finance the people who would like to do that. You could look at it that way as well. The problem is, I don't think Zelensky really means that, or I don't think Zhmyhal or Umerov or Yermak think like that. Like, hey, let's be fair. You don't want to fight? Okay, at least support our. Okay, man, it's a fair deal. No, I don't think so. You either come and fight, or we're gonna get you. That's what I think, but I might be wrong. Well, time will tell, and I still stick by my statement. Volodymyr Zelensky has demanded, so that's a demand, not a request, Ukrainians living abroad return to fight against Russia or pay taxes to assist the war effort. On the paper, it sounds very nice, like the pervert with kids. Here I got some candies, like that. It sounds, oh, that's a very nice guy over there. The Ukrainian president told a press conference in Tallinn, Estonia, that between 6 to 8 taxpayers are needed to fund every Ukrainian soldier. And I'm going, and what the hell are you producing to pay taxes after? Oh, the West is giving you money, and so he doesn't want to ask these guys for money. You give me from how much you got. And when they're not going to have jobs, and the taxes from the Western countries will cease coming, how are these guys going to pay taxes? Out of what? And I'm quoting, says Zelensky, if you are working and paying taxes, then you are also defending the state, and we really need this. As I said, it sounds very logical, but he's a Zelensky-Stein, keep that in mind. And I'm quoting, but if you are of military age and you are abroad and you're not on the front line and you don't pay taxes and you've left the country against the law, then there are questions. That's it. Sounds good, sounds strange, straight, but is it? Mr. Zelensky's government has attempted in recent weeks to up the pressure on Ukrainians who fled abroad after Russia's invasion to return home. That means they are running low on military personnel. It emerged in November that the armed forces have asked for an additional 500,000 men to be called up to fight. And I'm quoting, if we want to preserve Ukraine, if we, like we're together, but you die. Very nice. If we want to preserve Europe, then we must all understand we either help Ukraine or not. We are either the citizens who are in the front or the citizens who work and pay taxes, Mr. Zelensky added. And I'm going, there will be no funds for the military, and if there is no money to fund the soldiers, then there will be no soldiers. There will be no one to defend Ukraine. Such are the rules of life. Yeah, you sound very logical and realistic, but if we didn't know you, and we didn't know who's behind and who's actually profiting out of this garbage in Ukraine, then we just buy it. So yeah, you go over there, you send your address and phone numbers and everything. Yeah, I'm right here. I wouldn't say it's quick. If I don't want to fight, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to tell this guy I'm going to come and fight for you? Or I'm going to send my children to fight for you? Not for you. For the interests that are keeping you in power over there. Unfortunately, the Ukrainian. So here it is, my friends. What would you do? First, I don't think if you really want to fight and you buy the story, the narrative, you would be over there probably already dead. Or still fight. I don't know how many who started the war are still alive over there. Maybe, probably there are some. How many Ukrainians could have died? 300,000, 500,000? I think they have about 2 million. So yeah, there's 1.5 million still alive over there. But anyway, you left the country for your own reasons. You're a scaredy cat. Maybe you didn't want to fight. Maybe you didn't want to fight for him and for them, and many other reasons. Maybe you didn't want to fight the Russians per se. Maybe, And now you think you're gonna just reveal your location all of a sudden? Man, if you illegally left the country, no. These guys are just going, as Umerov said, we know where you are. That's what he said to these guys. We know where you are. What do you mean? Well, they probably find out the general location, but man, garbage. This war should not have started in the first place. And now you you demand they come and fight for you. It's just because in the Constitution, I know that there was a Nuremberg trial. Remember the Nuremberg garbage trial? Why? Because that was not a trial. I know what it was. I know what it was, but remember what they said to these Nazi criminals, war criminals? Remember what they said? Well, you could have refused to follow the order on moral grounds. And then what? You wouldn't have hung me? Condemn me to death? No, because we are fair. Really? So this was the argument why they say, well, you can say, I just followed orders. But if you feel that it's unethical, the order, you can refuse to do it. And then you get the firing squad and you get shot. For what? For your values, right? Is that how it works? So the same with these guys. What if they think it's unethical to fight this war? It's morally vicious to fight. How about that? We apply the same rule or we don't? Obviously we don't. That's why those Nuremberg trials, if you read the, how should I put it, well, from more sources, not only the how do you call it, accredited source or the accepted version, you're going to find out how the prosecution and how the defense was allowed to access evidence and documents and prevent that, and how the interviews / interrogations were occurring with these guys and so on. It's just, I'm not trying to defend them, that's their thing over there, but I'm just using that. And if that was right, hey, you could have refused. How about this one? They can't refuse because it's in the Constitution. So it was in their little, they swore allegiance to the whomever leader was then, and Germany overall, not for whatever. And now you tell them, hey, you should have disavowed that. If you are to be fair, we have to use the same rules, left and right, across the board. If you just preferential applying the rules, there's no justice. Anyway, I don't think people will come, because if they wanted to come, they would have come in the first place. And if they pay taxes, these guys are gonna, with a lasso, get them, with the help of the authorities in whatever country they are. After all, they committed an illegal act, right? Leaving the country illegally. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.